Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bird's Eye View. I just want to be Western mentality show. We won't judge people calling out for it to be cancelled. No, I've been doing this show on my Instagram live now for about 18 months.
Giving respect to a fellow black man is the most revolutionary thing you can do.
For me, I would say that this show is a show that is helping us to end oppression in our country. And it's also helping us understand that oppression is not only an act, that it's also a spirit that dominates our society. It is a spirit that we have to consciously, you understand, we all have to consciously exercise this spirit from our being, because we were born and educated by our oppressors who put their spirits inside all of us. So you find out that many of us that are oppressed, we behave like our oppressor. We talk every day how we want to end oppression in our country, how we hate all these politicians, all these big men that do all these evil things. But then we turn around in our own little way and do the same thing because we've been told that's the right thing to do. And from when we are born, from parents not allowing their children to speak their mind. I always say to people, only a slave is not allowed to speak. If your child is not a slave, you must be able to have dialogue with that child. Because dialogue is the most powerful weapon we have against oppression. Every oppressor is anti-dialogical. If you read Paulo Freire's The Pedagogy of the Oppressed, he'll tell you that because the oppressor wants to dehumanize, he believes that he is the only one that can. He is the only human. He is the only man. We, the oppressed, are not human, so he cannot talk to us. That's why if you look at all our presidents who don't ever get from Nigeria, how many of them they leave Aso Rock, come dialogue with us, town hall meetings for our neighborhoods? How many town hall meetings have we had with our president in this democracy? How many where he meets with the Nigerian people? Because we are not human to them. You understand? We must understand this fact. We must see them in their behavior, how they relate to us, So we, as well, must now begin to look at those things that we do that strengthen this spirit in our society. And this show, for me, is a journey for you, for me, for all of us, to recognize this spirit in ourselves, call ourselves out, so that we can be better. Not so that we can judge one another. This will not be Western mentality show. We won't judge people calling out for it to be cancelled. No. We use examples. People can make mistakes. We can call it out. But it's so that we can all be better. So that we can be better in strengthening ourselves to dislodge this evil spirit of oppression that is dominating our society. I would like to read something from one of the greatest authors. I got it. This mosquito won't suck free blood. Nothing. This is 630. You won't come suck free blood. You don't see this mosquito. Oh, man. As I was saying, one of the greatest authors we have in Africa, one of the greatest political scientists, he goes by the name of Chiwenzu. I'm happy to have met him. He even signed my copy of his book, Don't Trip. And in this book, he says something that is very profound, that also strengthens my journey against this oppression in our country. So that, let me put it this way, we cannot all be saying we like fella, then when we get money, we'll start behaving like Obasanjo. How come? It's true. Look at the lifestyle of everybody that has some influence in Nigeria. They all behave like our politicians, go everywhere with police. It's even the musicians that go everywhere with police that I'm surprised about. The relationship between police and young people in this country. Young people are your fans in this country. All of you have plenty bodyguard. You still carry police and gun. What for? Are you Nigerian young people that dangerous? I always ask that question. But anyway, story for another day. Chiwenzu says in the foreword to this amazing book, The West and the Rest of Us, he says, and this book, mind you, was written in 1975, and he references the amount of money that cats and dogs are used to, are fed with, But I'll go deeper, but let me read this first. America's pets, cats and dogs now consume $2 billion worth of resources annually and eat much better than most of humanity. dining elegantly on shrimp cocktails and liver parties at such places as the Animal Gourmet restaurant in New York City. Thus, in its most dramatic and obscene form, the question is whether the labor and resources of the third world nations should continue to contribute more to the opulence of America's dogs and cats than to the elementary good health of third world humans. This is a profound question, and I will bring it further. That in this 2022, the last I checked, in America, pet food is $69 billion a year business. 69 billion. That is the pet food alone. See, she already wrote this in 75. 2 billion was big money then, but now, healthcare for pets in America alone is about 120 billion a year or something like that. In England, it's 36 billion. So let's not add England. Just America's pet food. Our budget in Nigeria for the 200 million of us this year was about $40 billion, if I'm not mistaken. That came to 13 trillion. The last budget I checked. 40 billion was our entire budget in this country for the entire Nigeria. $40 billion. America's pets eat 69 billion a year. Thank you. Welcome to the Bird's Eye View. Hello, everybody. This is the Bird's Eye View. And you know what? If you really enjoyed what you just listened to, if you just really enjoyed what you just watched, please turn on your notification, share, like, and subscribe to this page so we can do more with you. Africa.